Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Olatunde Michael. Today is another day to continue our discussion on understanding or decoding the major codes in biological sciences. In the 001, that is the earlier video we had, we were of how can we, and in looking at that, I asked them to look at, so for example, I asked them that what biological interpretation of silly people bake. So don't forget that in this special series, I told us that what I am actually very much interested in is some of these topics that people find it very difficult to be able to remember them. So we now develop a kind of what is called uh, memory. That's mnemonics. That is, what are the easy ways or tips to be able to remember all this? So that was when we now mentioned silly people that I said S is standing for sugar, P is standing for phosphate, whereas B is standing for nucleotide bases, and which you know very well that there are four. There are four. A will pair with T, that is anti-T, and G will also pair with, with C, that is good cake. I said good G. This G is standing for good. Is standing for guanine. This C is this. So it's just as you know that very soon some of us will be writing one exam or another, and we will be preparing. So, and I told us yesterday that we don't actually need to put a lot of things to be on our head. Once we are able to have all these tips, we will be able to have the best way to be able to remember that. So we make use of silly people bake to actually tell us something about the composition of DNA, composition of time. Don't forget, you need to check my earlier videos and the other videos as well, because I told us yesterday that we are going to start having series of lectures that will be dedicated to how can we decode, or what are the best ways to be able to understand most of what we have learned so far in the other videos. Okay, so today, okay, so yesterday we started with what are the tips to remember composition or components of DNA. So that is a silly people bake. Then after that, the and we also look at base pairing rules. Base pairing rule, because some of us you don't need to put it rule. Okay, makes RNA, comma, and the RNA will make a protein. That will actually help you to be able to remember that the information will flow from DNA to RNA, then later on from RNA to protein. That is a central dogma theory. Then we also look at some of the tips to be able to remember the um, genetic code, some of the tips to remember the genetic code. And basically we look at the first, which was start codon, which is AUG. Okay, we said anti anti UCs, G glasses. So that will tell you that AUG is the start codon and it is coding for